Salut les amis, j'espère que vous allez bien. I hope you are well today and we are going to learn the pronunciation of some French words. This is a complicated lesson, but I think it's interesting to learn how to pronounce French words, especially that, you know, that the French writing is a bit complicated. Entre parenthèses, si vous voulez regarder cette vidéo en français, vous pouvez. J'ai enregistré cette vidéo 2 fois. Donc, la version en français, elle est là. Vous pouvez cliquer sur la vidéo et la regarder en français. Sinon, restez ici. So yeah, we are going to continue in English. So before to start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and we are going to listen to this nice song and I see you just after. Voila, so what is the subject of today's French lesson? You can see that here we have some strange signs. This is phonetics. Phonetics signs. This is the way to write the same sounds. Why do we do that? It's because in a language we have many ways to write a sound. So this is very important to have a sign that is the same for everyone or every word. But you don't need to know these signs. It's just to show you that all these words are going to be pronounced the same way, and same for these ones and for these ones. So the first sound we are going to study is the sound E, then E, then E, then E. Yeah, it might be a bit difficult for you. I repeat. E. Look at my mouth. E, E. So this one is more open. E, E, E. E, 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 E. Okay, so let's have a look at the different ways to write these sounds. We start with this. The first one is the accent aigu, we call it, télé. And when you have ER at the end of a word, at the end of a verb, fin de verbe, like the first group verbs, manger, jouer, and many others. When you have EZ at the end of a word, manger, vous mangez, or le nez, le nez, le nez, et. When you have ET also at the end of a word, ET, you pronounce it gilet, billet, gilet, billet, ye, billet, double L, y, billet. And also all these little words that you know very well, I'm sure, mettez, c'est, les, des, et, etc., etc., etc. So, et is the verb to être at the third person of the singular. Il est, et. Okay, so this is okay for you. Now it's going to become a little bit more complicated. Okay, so you have EI. EI at the end of a syllable is pronounced E. What is a syllable? A syllable is a part of a word that we pronounce in one go, in one part. For example, in this word, né, j'ai. Né, j'ai, you have 2 syllables. So it's very different, the letters, the sounds, and the syllables. 3 different things. So here, 2 syllables, né, j'ai. Most of the time in French, we start a syllable with a consonant. D'accord? That's why here we have né, j'ai. So here, E is at the end of the first syllable, so we pronounce it E, né, j'ai, P, né. And for AI, it's exactly the same. J'ai, aimé, ferai, j'irai, aider. So you see, E is at the end of the first syllable, aider, français. Here it's at the end of the second syllable. And because we don't pronounce the final S, and don't forget, français, français. Now I need to show you, in comparison, another way to pronounce the same letters. Here you have EI, but you have a consonant in the same syllable and just after it. Neige, neige. You can hear that the last sound is j. It is not e, it's j. So neige, we pronounce it e, open, neige. Pen, pen, it's open, and after we close with the consonant. Pen, pen. Let's compare with this. Neige, neige. P, ne, pen, en, pen. Neige, neiger, pen, peiner. Same for I, exactly the same. So you have j'aime, aimer, j'aime, aimer. You have also fraîche, frais. Here. Fraîche, you have a consonant after fraîche. Here you don't pronounce it. Yes, you have one written, but it's not pronounced. Fraîche, frais. Et là, you have française, français. Française, français. Et. Okay, I hope you understood. So let's finish with the sound E. Here you have EY. It's logical because Y and E, it's almost the same. Donc here you pronounce poney, E, tramway, E. Be careful when the Y is in the middle of a word, you have to consider it as double E, double I in English. Have a look at here. So it's as if you have one I that was in the syllable that is before and one I that is in the syllable that is after. So the first one is linked with the A to make the sound E, cré, and the second E you pronounce it il, like a usual E, crayon. Have a look at the way I wrote it here to show you how to pronounce it. You don't write it like that, but just to show you. Crayon, crayon. Donc, two E. And this one, how do you pronounce it? Paysage. P, so you have the sound E, and after I, and after zage, paysage. Voilà. So we are finished with this sound E. Now let's continue with E. So we've already studied this. Now let's have a look at this. You have l'accent grave. We call it accent grave. Mère, père. And also l'accent circonflexe. Fait, tête, bête, être. No difference, same pronunciation. Yeah, I already made a video about that subject, and if you forgot to watch it, this is this one. So have a look in my playlist pronunciation and you will find it. Then we continue with the letter E. So E, here it will be pronounced E because there is a consonant in the same syllable just after. Merci. So first syllable mer, second si, merci, merci. And here at the end, ouvert, ouvert. You have the consonant just after r, so you pronounce it e, ouvert. Have a look at here. When you have two consonants, like the word appel, you have two L after. Appel, open, appel. And I want to compare this with this here. So I need to move a little bit. Voila, I moved and I'm smaller. So I'm going to continue, and let's have a look at here. You see the red light here. So I told you that the E was pronounced E, and here at the end of a syllable, you pronounce it E, not E, E. You know all these little words that we use all the time. Le, me, te, ce, je. You see my mouse? Le, me, te, ce, je. I don't say le, me, te, ce, je. No, I say le, me, te, ce, je. You can have a look also here, the verb appeler. You have 3 syllables. A, pe, les. So the E is at the end of the second syllable, appeler. So you pronounce it E because in the same syllable you don't have a consonant after. Because the consonant is at the beginning of the third syllable. Appeler, compared to this one, appelle, est, appeler, appelle, appeler, appelle, appeler. Voilà. So this kind of E is often suppressed, so not pronounced when we speak. For example, this word, it is regarder. Well, sometimes we don't pronounce the E and we say regarder. Hey, regardez! Il y a quelque chose de bizarre ici. Hey, regardez! Hey, look! Regardez. Venir, venir. Samedi, samedi, samedi. So you have 2 ways to pronounce it, with the E or without the E. But when you have 2 consonants before, but you have to keep it. You cannot avoid it, because if you suppress it, you will have 3 consonants, one after the other. So this is not pronounceable. This is too hard for us to pronounce. For example, probablement, if you skip the E, it's probablement too hard to pronounce. So there, you pronounce the E to separate the 2 consonants and the 1 consonant. Prenez, you cannot say prenez. No, it's not nice. Prenez. Voilà, so to finish with the sound E, be careful here. When you see E-N, E-M, well, in French we say E-N, E-M, E-I-N, E-I-M, I-E-N, I-E-M. This is not this kind of sounds. No, these are nasals, nasal sounds. I made a video about that subject. You can check it. And so you pronounce un, 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 un. En. So these sounds, even if you write it like that, are not pronounced like that because you have an N after, so it becomes a nasal. Okay, so we are finished with E. Let's continue with E. So we've studied this already. Now I want to show you that when we have EU, we pronounce it E. E. Donc, par exemple, peu, jeudi, heureux. Peu, jeudi, heureux. Peu, jeudi, heureux. And have a look at here. When you have EU, but a consonant in the same syllable just after, so it's always the same logic, you pronounce it heure, peur, peur, fleur, jeune, peur, fleur, jeune, different from peu, peur, peu, peur, peu. Okay? But be careful when you have, so it's a little exception. When you have a feminine adjective ending with euse, like peureuse and heureuse, you pronounce it e. Peureuse and heureuse. Okay, so now let's have a look at a. So when you have OE, you pronounce it a. Un œil, un œil. OEU, une sœur, un œuf, un bœuf, un cœur, œuf, bœuf, cœur. You have a consonant just after, hein? Sœur, œuf, bœuf, cœur, in the same syllable. So here, be careful. So I go back to this. When you have the plural of, for example, un œuf, it's des œufs, des œufs. Un bœuf, des bœufs, des bœufs. So you pronounce it e. Why that? Because we don't pronounce the final consonant here for the plural. Yeah, I know it's a bit complicated, but you can remember only these two words. Hein? We don't have many like that. Donc, des œufs, des bœufs, des œufs, des bœufs. Okay? And as we are here, I want to show you the word monsieur that you use very often. So this is very strange because we write it with O-N, so it should be a nasal on, but it's not. This is E, monsieur. And we don't pronounce the final R. Monsieur. So be careful, here you have two E, monsieur, monsieur. Voila, and I'm going to finish with this. This is the verb avoir in the passé composé, and we use it all the time, so this one you need to know it. So it should be pronounced but it's not. How do we pronounce it? J'ai eu, j'ai eu. Yeah, it's different. U, U, U. So here we pronounce it as if we had only the letter U. J'ai eu. J'ai eu. Voilà. The lesson is finished, and I know it was a bit complicated, but you don't need to know all these things by heart. No, I just wanted to show you the logic of the French language so that you understand the diversity and the complexity of the French pronunciation. All this is very logical, but difficult to memorize, I know that. If you want to download the PDF of the lesson, so this thing here, you can. I will put the link in the description below or in the comments. Voilà, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you forgot, and also give me a thumbs up if you liked the lesson, because this is a way to tell YouTube that my lesson is good, if you think it's good. Voilà, and comme d'habitude, je vous souhaite une très bonne journée et je vous dis à très bientôt pour une nouvelle leçon de français. Ciao, ciao!